Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, today we're going to go through some of my stuff and get it put away, and I thought you might want to join me for the ride. And I know you must be thinking, what, is this guy crazy? Has he started buying graded coins? Which, by the way, isn't crazy. It's just something I don't do too often. But no, that's not what I have here. This is just a box I'm using to temporarily hold something else. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so let's see what I have in this box, and this might be a little bit tricky, so maybe I'll lift my camera up a little bit higher just to get some more room. And let's see what I have here. So inside here I have the Constitutional Silver that I picked up from the guy I Letgo. So this is 3 different purchases, and you can see here it's quite a bit. Let me see, what would it be? $81.60. So what I want to do is put it in tubes and give you an update on my coin boxes. So first of all, let's go ahead and dump this stuff out. Oh man, does that sound good or what? Put this box aside. Get this better on the camera. Now, if you've watched my 2 previous videos, you'll know that the first 2 purchases were all dimes and halves. And then my 3rd purchase was some quarters and some halves and some dimes. So anyway, this is the accumulation of it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it up, and then I'm going to give you an update on dimes, quarters, and halves. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me count it all and put it in rolls. I'll just come back frequently and give you an update on where we're at and what we're doing. So, because this is going to take a while, I'm going to try to put all the mercs in one tube that I can, but I don't mind mixing them up. If I can get a whole roll of them, I will. And so here I have a partial tube of quarters, so that'll add into it. Here I've got some dimes. These are, you see in there? Those are my tube of mercury dimes. So we'll be working on that one. And then I thought I had another tube in here. Yeah, I've got another tube here. These tubes are pretty cheap. They're hard to open. And this is my rosies. So between these 2 right here, I already have another roll. But, oops, drop that one out. So, maybe if I put the top back on before I tip it over, that would be a smart thing to do. So between these 2, I already have another roll, but I was just going to try to get this mercury filled up before I put it in the box. So we have some dimes, we have some quarters. I do have some halves as well, and the halves I've been trying to fill up certain ones. So right here is my Benjis. I don't know what that is. Probably, can we see it? Not really. 3 or 4 from having that filled up. This one here is my Kennedys. That's only a couple away, and unfortunately I don't have any Kennedys in this pile, so we won't be working on that. And I've got another roll in here for my Morgans and dollars that I get. And I also have a Walking Liberty, and I will have some of those in there, quite a bit actually. I'm sure we'll fill this tube and more. So this is it. We're going to start by filling these up, and then we're going to, continue on. So I'll check back in with you here in a few after I get some of these filled up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm back for a moment here. So this initial Roosevelt tube had 45 in there, so I'm going to go ahead and put another 5 in there, and let's go ahead and get that tube done. So that's cool. Let's put that over there. And then I counted out another 50 for another tube, so you can see them lined up here, 5 groups of 10. So let's get these in here. So all in all, there's 50 dimes in a roll, $5 face value. So let's get these in here. Again, these are all rosies. And so there we go. So that's my second roll. Now for the dime box. Let's put them there. And then I'm going to continue on and keep counting some of these out. I'll be back in a few. Okay, so here I am back on, and we do have another roll of rosies. So let me get a tube out here, and we're going to put these 50 dimes into the tube. Oops. And that gets us to here. So these come up pretty high. They fill it up pretty good there because not a whole lot of wear on most of the rosies. So there we go. Let's put over here. That gives us, we'll put it right there for now. We can stack them here in a minute. That gives us 3 rolls of dimes. So I'm going to keep counting them out. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm back. Got ourselves another roll here. So let me go ahead and get a tube to put these in. So I bought 331 dimes off this guy, so that's going to be what? A little more than 6 rolls. So this will be 3 plus I've gotten out of here. So let's go ahead and get them in there. Alright, there we go. So that makes, with my partial roll of 5 that I filled up, that makes 4 rolls that we've gotten out of this pile so far. So I'm going to go ahead and continue, and it's getting a little bit harder having to dig through the pile to count these out. But I'll keep it going, see what happens. Okay, so I'm back. Here we go. Got our 5th roll coming out of here. So let's go ahead and get this in a tube. And it's actually 4 rolls plus 5. Plus 5 dimes to finish off that one I already had started. So here we go. Put that over there for now. Alright, and I think this next roll I'm going to go after and try to get some mercuries out of here because I've dug most of the Roosevelts that are on top. So let's see if I can get a roll of mercuries out of here next. And just so that you know, I do have a partial roll here of mercuries. Let's do a quick count on these. There's 4, 8, 11, 15, 19, 20. So this partial row has 20 in there, so I don't know if I'll have enough to fill this up plus do another one, but we'll see here. So I'll work on getting that done and get back to you. Okay, as you can see, the pile's getting a little smaller, which is good, making some headway. I've got a full row here of mercs. I'm going to just go ahead and put the full roll in for now. And look at this one that I found. That one is in really great shape. Let me see if we can look at it under the coin cam. Change that filter here. And look at the coin cam. Let's zoom it in. Bring my camera a little closer. And to probably have to focus a little better. Look at that, 1944. Let's look at the bands on the back, so that always is telling. Oops, upside down. It's kind of hard, my coin cam is. It's not bad. I think the lights in here wash it out. Yeah, that 1944 is in really good shape. It's a nice looking dime, for sure. Anyway, just thought it'd be cool to look at that one. That thing's nice and shiny and pretty. But she's going in the pile with the rest of them. So, unfortunately, I don't have so many of these tubes as I thought I had. I'm going to have to order some more, but I do have some other ones that can be a holding tube for now. So let's go ahead and get this roll of mercs done. Get them in there. I'll put save the nice pretty one for on top. Alright, so let's put this one over here as well. And I still have probably another roll of rosies at least, so let me go through and see if I can find another roll of dimes. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are back. Got another roll of Roosevelts here. So let's go ahead and get these put away. So there we go. So that's what roll number 7 on the dimes. So that's cool. Alright, so next I think I'll move on to quarters. Dimes are getting harder to pick out of the pile, so let's move on to quarters, do something kind of easy to just grab for now. So I will just go ahead and fill a quarter roll before I work on my partial roll, because I know I have 2 full rolls here. So I'll go ahead and start picking these out and get back to you momentarily. Okay, so I'm back. Got myself a roll of quarters put together here. Let's go ahead and get these put into a tube. As you know, a roll of quarters is 40 of them. $10 face. Let's go ahead and put these in there. It comes up pretty high on the tube. So that's good. Means there's probably a little less wear. And then let's put that over here. Let me see if I can push everything over a little bit, because our pile is a little smaller now. Alright, so there's the quarters. And I think next I'm going to move on to some of the halves. So let me see, if we remember here, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 walking liberties here. And on the Franklins, I've got 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14 of them. So I will go ahead and see about getting these partials filled up before I move on to the full ones. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Got some $half put away here. So there was 9 walking liberties. I needed 11 to fill the tube. So I've got the 11 right here. This came out of this pile. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of this clear plastic one and into the tubes that fit a lot better in the box. So I'm just going to take these out of here. I kind of use these other ones. You know, these other ones like this is kind of my temporary holding partials until I get a full tube. That worked out well. So here you go. Here's a full tube of walking liberties. And put that over there for now. Let me move this on camera a little better. Maybe just stand it up. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see everything. Then I had 14 Benjis. And here's an additional 6 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And it's in the tube I want. So we'll put that there. And then next I think I'll go through and finish counting all the halves and see what I come up with. So be back in a few. Alright, so I'm back. I pulled out all the halves from the pile. And let's see what I came up with. I haven't counted them yet. I think I have a roll here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And 3 makes 20. So there's another roll of those. Guess I'll put those there for now. I don't know, maybe there, I guess, I don't know. So now I got some partial rolls. So I've got 6 walking liberties and 5 Benjis. So I'll go ahead and, I mean, I don't mind mixing up my $half either, because they're all just $half, but you know, for now I'll just put them in separate containers, put them in my holding station where I have my partial rolls that I try to fill up. And let me just take one of these and put the Benjis in there. Alright, so next is just to pick through. Now it looks like I'm going to probably have to, mix some rosies and some mercs at this point, and I should have another full row of quarters, so I guess for now I'll go ahead and try to get those quarters out of there. Be back in a minute. Well, I'm back, and just as I suspected, I had one more roll of quarters, about two rolls of quarters off the guy. So let me go ahead and get these put in the tube. And that will be our second roll of quarters. I'm trying to really get more quarters collected than dimes or anything, but I take whatever I can get. If somebody's offering them, buck below spot, I'll take whatever I can get. So I will not be picky, especially on the halves, if they're going to be that low. So let me go ahead and count out what I have left here, and this should be it. Alright, so I'm back. We got the final countdown now, so I do have one more roll of rosies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus I ended up with an extra 6. So let me get those put into a roll. There's another roll of rosies. I'll put those over next to these guys. My light got really bright on me. See if I can fix that. Usually sometimes my camera tries to get a bigger view on it. But we'll keep moving forward. And then I ended up with another 23 mercuries. So that's cool. Not enough for a tube, not enough for a roll. And if you remember when we started out, we had these 20 mercuries as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw these in with this tube. And that'll give us a total of 43. So we're 6 away from another tube. And then these 6, I guess for now. Again, if I had 7, I'd throw them in there and call it another roll. But I only have 6, unfortunately, and I might as well just keep them in a separate roll. Anyway, that's where we're at. Let's do a count here. We have 2 rolls of quarters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rolls of dimes, and 3 halves. And then these right here are all my kind of working partials that are just set aside, waiting to be filled. Alright, so that's cool. So what I'd like to do now is take these and put them in my 3 different boxes and see where we're at. So let me just move them off screen so I can make room for the box. And let's go with the quarter box first. That's one I happen to have on top. So let's open this up. You can see, I usually like to have it like this. So we can see we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 rolls in there. We've got the 2 that we recently purchased from Letgo. And let's go ahead and put those in there. So that gives us 26 rolls. And we still have quite a few more to fill this up. But the good news is we're more than halfway done now. So that's really cool. That's my first quarter box. So let me get that out of the way. This thing's pretty heavy. Don't want to drop this on your foot. And then the next one is the dime box. As you know, we've just started doing that. I actually have 4. Before, when I showed this, we had 4 in there. I do have another 2 over here. It's just that I was using them for a project for a video I was working on. So that's just for the sake of knowing where we're at. Let's put those 2 back in there for now. There we go. That's better. I had to stop and start my camera. It was pretty bright there on us. Alright, so we have the 4. So let's take these next, what was it, 8 that we had? Yeah, 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 10, 12. We got 12 rolls in there now. That's pretty good. It's definitely a nice start to another box. So we'll keep working on that one. 12 rolls in there. And then finally, let's take a look at this half box. Put this down on screen. Looks worse on camera in real life. Let's open this up. So in here we have 6 tubes. And again, I've told you before, I don't put a whole lot of priority on halves because of the premiums. But since I got these halves, a buck below spot, I got some more. So let's take these 3, put them in here. So that gives us 9 out of 28. So not quite halfway done with that. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me for the ride. I thought it'd be cool to box up all that constitutional silver and get it in tubes and get it in the boxes and see where we were at. So I got the halves, the dimes, and the quarters going. Try to stack it by color. Halves, dimes, quarters. So that's it for now. I appreciate you guys hanging in there and going along with me. If you have any questions, comments, please put them below. And I appreciate you spending your time with me and watching the video. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and do that now. Just go ahead and click on the subscribe button. And also, check out these video recommendations that I popped up for you. Got some great content in there. Go ahead and click on them and check them out. And always remember, let's keep talking bullion.